Because you know I'm all about that bass, no trouble.
Meghan Trainor and all that bass dropped into our lives and took over the world. Her debut single was a monster hit, going to #1 in 58 countries, with more than 11 million copies sold. Since then, she's backed it up with a catalogue of catchy tunes that have been all over your radio for months. With a brand new album out and a very different single on the airwaves, it looks like it's time to climb aboard the Meghan Trainor. Toot toot. Get it? It's funny. Oh, here she is.
If I was you, I'd wanna be me too. I'd wanna be me too.
Would you please welcome Meghan Trainor? Welcome to Australia, or should we say welcome to wild Sydney. Are you okay?
Yeah, thank you for having me.
I understand that you were meant to be doing a bridge climb with your brother. I mean, that surely has to be off the cards now due to the crazy weather, yeah?
Yeah, we want to do a lot of stuff. We want to go to the zoo. I wanted to show them, because I've been here many times before, and I've actually climbed the bridge. So I was like, bro, I'm going to show you the coolest time. We're going to climb the bridge. And it was just downpour. We couldn't do it.
Now, there's lots that we want to chat to you about, but one of the things I wanted to talk to you about was your song, All About the Bass. I was reading about how you wrote that, and it was never intended for you to sing it, and it intrigued me how it all came about. Can you tell us a bit about it?
Yes, my job at the time, at 19 years old, was to write songs for other pop stars. So I had a huge catalog of songs, and this was just one of them. And they didn't have any artist that could sing it at the time, but L.A. Reid was the first one to raise his hand and say, well, who's singing this song? Who's the songwriter on it? And they're like, well, the songwriter from it who lives in Nashville, Meghan Trainor. And he's like, well, bring her in, let's meet her, and let's have her be the artist. And he met me, and he signed me right away, said I had it, and yeah, now we're here.
So after thinking that you may not be the person who gets to sing that song, to hear that record executive say to you that you had it, what did that mean to you at that moment?
I don't know, I was like, what's it? But he said... I'll never forget, he looked at me and he's like, look at that face. What a pretty face. And I was like, oh my God, thank you.
Well, it's funny how you said, look at that face, because we got an old dude, Steve, on the desk, and he thought your song, he's been singing All About That Face. Can you explain to him what your song is actually about?
Isn't that what it is? All about that
all
face?
about the bass.
Oh, sorry, Meghan.
I've gotten that before. I've gotten that. But the bass, I compared the bass to thickness on myself. I looked down and was like, yeah, I got bass, okay. And, you know, in a song, bass is the heavy bottom, you know, so I just looked down and was like, I have that.
So, Meghan, is that why with the new single, Me Too, that story that happened a while ago now where you discovered that your image in that video had been photoshopped or stretched or something, and you decided, no, you didn't want that to go ahead, you want it to be a real image. Is that partly why you felt the need to take a stand like that?
Well, I was just confused because I thought I was the face of don't Photoshop me, you know. They're probably, in Hollywood, they're probably used to Photoshopping their artists and, like, frosting them up, and I'm probably one of the only artists that raises my hand and says don't, you know. And there was stuff where I was, like, looking at this video very hard. I said, like, hey, shave off the mole hair, help me out here, and, like brighten up, fix the coloring, but it wasn't something where I said, can you break a rib and make me look this big?
All About That Mole Hair was a fantastic song. And of course,
you know what I'm saying? We weren't clean that day. We were very close.
Can we confirm, is it Megan or Megan? Because we say it differently here in Australia to how you guys say it, but we've been worried that we've been saying it wrong all day.
No, you've been doing a great job. It's Megan, like
Megan.
Eggs, you know?
Meg. Like eggs. Okay. All right, Meghan Trainor, thank you so much for coming on tonight. It's been a pleasure having you here. Your single, Me Too, off your new album is out now. Would you please thank Meghan Trainor?
Well done, Meghan.
Thank you for having me.